Hey, ladies. Thank you for your grace. How are you? Woo. I'm wearing my Black Women Millionaire t-shirt today. I don't know if you can see it or not. Kind of excited about it. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to get here. Thank you for your grace. I've been running all day and I got the extra large on, so it may very well be just a little big. Yay, hey Deanna, glad you're here. Hey, hi Nicolene, it's a beautiful name. Let me get my glasses. My glasses feel dirty. Whew, thank you for coming back. Thank you for being with me. I appreciate it. Just finished doing some videos. Hey Kaylin, glad you're here. And I want to talk about something with y'all today. Love's already. Love, sending love. Thank you for sending hearts already. Good. Thank you for doing that. Hi, Dawana. Yay. Hi, Trey Ann. New to me. Glad you're here. Thank you for coming, hanging out. Hey, Angela. No, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming back. It's always great. So please, the hearts are great. All right. Wows are awesome. Thumbs up, rock. Okay. So please send love. Appreciate it. I have to tell y'all something. This is important. Hey, Rosalind, glad you're here. But I want to make sure for people who are new to me, let me tell you who I am so you can get used to my flow. I'm Dr. Venus, your Black Women Millionaires Mentor. And there's a lot of ways I could say it, but the fundamental thing is this: my life truly is a miraculous event. By the time I was 16, I was living on the streets of Baltimore, eating out of trash cans, and just surviving really in every possible way that I could. Hey, Rita. And it was my ninth grade math teacher, a Black woman, who literally saved my life. That is not hyperbole, that's not metaphoric, that is what happened, all right? And it's because of her love that I eventually graduated from Stanford University with a second master's degree and a Ph.D. I have 4 degrees. We took all the survival that kept me alive, that got me through my education, and turned it into a system, all right, that fast-tracked us to the $1 million mark in just under 3 years. Our company, Defy Impossible, has grossed well over $4 million in the last 5 years, and we're on track to double, all right? So I'm gonna put my earbuds on because people are here. So let me put my earbuds on so I can keep it moving, okay? All right, so let me get this here. Okay, hi. So I wanna be for you. If I'm your teacher, I want to be for you who Nana has been for me, which is my champion. She loved me through my bruises, and she stood for me until I could stand for myself, which is why we're talking about stand today. I was going to put in stand for you 7 figures. Hi, Keisha, glad you're here. I thought about it, but I think it's bigger than just your money. I think it's a lifestyle. And I want to talk you through that because without a stand, you don't want to have a shot at this, okay? Hi, Kimberly. Now, y'all should know up front that I curse. I do. I curse. I think it's an art form. I do. I cry. I'm sensitive. I feel deeply. And I pray. I love the Lord. And I also love my wife. Her name is Lisa. She's the president of Defy Impossible. And she is everything beautiful about me. All right. She's everything good. And so we have what I call a very inclusive environment, which means everyone's welcomed here. Hello, Cher. Glad you're here. Everyone's welcomed here. You know, we have allies from different races. Hal Glenda from New York. Glad you're here. We have brothers from other mothers, sisters from other misters. Everyone's welcome. We have the trans community that tunes in. We have people from Africa, from Norway, who tune in to my word because they're committed to being fed. So you should know that if you're a person who can't be inclusive, you're not welcomed here. Not because you did anything bad, but because you are going to hate us. Because that's what we do. Jamie said, hi, I'm watching you for sure. Well, thank you for watching me. I appreciate it. But I said you know that so you can choose whether or not we are your tribe. And it's okay if we're not. You can leave, and I will honor that. Just like I ask you to honor our walk. Okay? So I got it in. I think I did good. I got all my disclaimers in under 5 minutes. And please, please be my partner. Please go ahead and start sharing this broadcast. I'm building an army of Black women who empower other Black women, okay, to empower themselves through their paper. I cannot do that alone. I wouldn't even want to. So I'm requesting that you be my partner by virtue of sharing the content, the broadcast. Give them a little note. Say, hey, she's brilliant. She got a potty mouth, but check out her word. Because people need to be fed. And if they're not fed, they're going to keep listening to the propaganda machine that keeps us in bondage. Okay? So I think that's the only other thing I need to put in is that I have a real commitment to your money. I think you can't, until you have your own money, you will always be a slave. And that's just my truth, all right? Love that you're welcome, Doreen. Doreen says, love that you are inclusive. I learned so much from you. Well, thank you for being willing to learn. Dominique says, hey, Dr. Venus from Long Beach, Mississippi. Hey, Dominique, glad you're here. JP's total of 10 more coming. Okay, I see you, JP. I'm all over it. Okay, so what I want to talk to you about today is what is a stand, all right? And I thought I was going to say a stand for 7 figures. I was going to say stand for your money. I thought about it. I really did. I was like, I could, because the thing is, I'm really good at money. But actually, I'm pretty beast mode at money, quite frankly. That was being modest. Cash-based money. I'm not the chick who's going to, y'all please don't do me like this. I don't do credit. I want you to have your own money. I don't do loans. Don't ever do that again. All right. And I don't want you to have to answer to, I don't want you to have an angel investor because I want you to have to answer to people. I want you to be able to fund your own dreams. I just really do. I just think that's funding your own dreams. I think as a people, we don't understand that if you have to depend on somebody else's favor for your dreams, that's gambling with your life as far as I'm concerned. Right. So I'm not that chick. So what I'm committed to is you learn how to bring in cash money from what you know, not what you do. Let me say that again. Hello, Robin from Jamaica. Glad you're here, Mama. And so, I know what I want to say. I got it now. I'm going to change this title a little bit because what does it mean to stand? I'm going to change that because I know what I want to say because it's important that y'all hear this because otherwise you won't catch it. I'm going to say it both ways. Do you stand for your sisters like you stand for yourself? Now this is important. Now this is when now we're gonna talk some smack, okay? Because this is where it gets thick. And if you don't know this, there's nothing to talk about. So let me just do this. I'm putting this in because I just realized there's something I need to get y'all, I gotta get y'all trained up in so that you don't ever get caught out there, right? And I'm gonna put it as Black Woman Millionaire. And this is an inquiry, all right? It's not an insight because I wanna talk it through with you a bit, all right? So let's just check up on it. All right, now we're cooking with hot grease. Hey, Dewana, glad you're here. So, everyone's here. All right, now, is Rita here? I just saw Rita. Let's see Rita. Let me just make sure. Let me see. Rita, with no loans or partners. Yeah, and now I want you to hear me when I tell you, there's nothing wrong with those ways of funding your dreams. Whether you're already an established entrepreneur, if you're an early stage entrepreneur, if you're a serial entrepreneur, I'm not tripping. In fact, I think after you get past your first $250,000, you need to start getting capital to go ahead and build out the business. But by then, you already know how to bring in your own paper. So I'm good with that. So I'm not tripping off that, all right? But I want you to understand some things about money and Black people that will make it easier for you as you walk it. Gerald says, I stand for some more than myself sometimes. That's why, honey, we're going to get up we're going in the cut. So I want y'all to know we're going to go in today. Let me check my time. I'm probably going to run about 30 to 45 minutes on this one. All right. And so for all of my ride or die chicks, hold me down, send some love. And I'm inviting everybody, please partner with me and tag sisters in success that you know and love and respect and have them be in the conversation. Or share the broadcast now so they can participate. Okay. This is part of what I want you to see. I want you to see how stingy you are when you'll listen to something that feeds you, but you won't share it to somebody else. Now, if that's not you, don't get taught, don't trip off of it. I should tell y'all that I love you, but I don't love you the way that you think. When I think of love, I don't think of love as agreeance. I don't have to agree with you to love you. Okay, that is not even my measure. I say when you love somebody, you tell them the truth. You don't let them walk out into traffic and get dead. You understand? Like, that's not love. That's just a compliance, you know? So I love you enough to tell you the truth. And the truth is inherently insulting. So you have to be okay with if you're really committed to being a Black woman millionaire, the way that we do it over here, the way we manifest money. We don't make money, we manifest money. We manifest because we took on the time to get healed. so we don't get offended by every little thing, okay? But the reason I'm bringing that to your attention is I've asked you to share 3 times. Thank you, Anita, for sharing, and thank you for letting me know that you shared, okay? If you say you're committed to something and your actions aren't congruent, then you lose your credibility for the people who you want to hear your word. So if I'm asking you to be my partner, unless you tell me no, I'm taking for granted that you said yes. Because if you don't say no, you have said yes. Okay? Thank you, Robin, for sharing, and thank you for letting me know. I appreciate it. You can tell me. That way I know I'm not alone in this. No one wants to be used. Don't use my multi-million-dollar brain trust so you can get fed and be inspired and then leave somebody starving for what? It won't even take you anything to share. I'm not even asking you, look, my free shit is better than most people's shit. And you don't have to pay for that. You ain't have to pay for this. Then why would you not gift it to somebody else? This is what I'm talking about, standing, okay? Hey, Andrew, glad you're here. Hey, May, glad you're here. Okay, the sisters are coming. The sisters are coming, all right? So if you're new to my flow, welcome. If you're easily offended, God bless your heart, because I'm bound to, even if I don't curse, the truth will set you free, but it will insult you to your face, okay? Thank you, and Sherry, thank you for letting me, thank you, Rita, thank you, Sherry, thank you, Keisha, for sharing. And here's the thing, when you share, if your people are Christian people, which is fair, you may want to give them a heads up, say, hey, this chick is deep. And she talks like she just came up off the streets, because she did. Listen to her word, forget the messenger, hear the message. Don't send stuff to them blind. You have to prepare people sometimes, and it's good marketing practice. Gardenia says, hello, Dr. Venus. I'm so happy to be on the call. You're awesome. Well, you're awesome too. I'm glad you're here, all right? So I want to talk to you a bit about, and thank you for people who are partnering with me. I love you for it. It's no fun feeling like I'm alone, which is why we have to talk about, do you stand for your sisters like you stand for yourself? Now, let me slow it down and break it down. You may want to take a note on this one, because we're about to go in. Now, when I say stand, I'm not confident you understand what I mean when I say stand for somebody or something, all right? And so let's just look it up. Let's talk it through a little bit, because it's something, I say these words all the time, but I'm learning that I assume a great deal, so forgive me. I actually want to check up on the definition of what it means to stand. And it's a great term in terms of our current political, social, economic, I don't want to say plight because that's too negative, situation, all right? Current climate. Climate sounds better, all right? So this is the definition of the word stand, S-T-A-N-D, okay? It's a verb, have or maintain an upright position supported by one's feet. Okay, we'll start there, all right? This is an attitude. Okay, as a noun, it's an attitude toward a particular issue, a position taken in an argument, okay? Now, that's an interesting way, a position taken in an argument, an attitude. Okay, Webster says, they always want to do the basic ones first. Forgive me, I get annoyed with this. Well, I asked for it. This is what happens when you ask for it. Okay, so I asked for this question. If anybody else has a definition of stand, put it in the thingy thing so we can look at it together, okay? And I'm looking for the noun, not the verb, all right? So, to have or adopt a certain policy, course, or attitude as of adherence, support, opposition, or resistance. He stands for free trade. Let me see if there's anything else. To show, remain as indicated, show the specific position. Okay, so that's the best one to get from them, right? But this is the thing, when I think of a stand, okay, thank you, JB, for sharing. I love you for it. Thank you, Dewana, for sharing. Thank you, Jarrell, for sharing. Thank you so much, all right? Here's the thing, when I say stand, I'm gonna tell you what I mean when I say it. When I say stand, do you stand for your sisters like you stand for yourself? When I say the word stand, what I'm pointing to is and this is gonna sound kind of woo-woo, all right? I'm talking about an energetic, thank you for sharing 3 times, Tracy. Don't piss them off. Okay, thank you, babe, for sharing. When I say stand, I think of standing for something or someone as holding energetic space. Okay? Like if you are a mother, Mother's Day just passed. It was awesome. I featured this awesome chick, Abby Moore, she's the Autism Mom Advantage expert. She's a mother. She's a mother's mother, right? Anyway, she's a mom. Me and Lisa don't have kids. We have clients. That's the closest we're going to get, right? But if you think about, if you're a mom, you know that you're standing for your child to have the best life that they can have. The best education, the best home, the best schooling, the best nurturing, the best care, the best training. You're energetically holding space for your child to grow into something that they could never grow into without you. Is that making any sense? Help me understand this landing. I hope my technology is not going cray-cray. Let me know how, if I say something that resonates, type in the word holla. If I say something that pierces, type in the word preach. Oh, here we go. All right, great. If I say something that actually is like, oh my God, this chick is all up in my business, she is me, type in the phrase holler and preach. All right, and let me know what I said. So we're in a dialogue. Deanne says, yes, holding space is everything. It is, but that's the stand. You're standing for something being born that's not there yet. You're standing for something to happen that has not happened before. When Dr. King stood for equality for all, that shit hadn't happened yet. It wasn't even like an option. You know what I mean? It wasn't even like, there was nothing. And then there was something because somebody stood for it. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting there? Okay, good. I got me some preachers. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Gina. Thank you, Gardenia. Okay, now we're on the same page. Robin says, standing for something that hasn't happened. Exactly, Robin. That's what I'm asking you to think through with me. Okay, hey, Karen, glad you're here. So when I say to you, do you stand for your sisters like you stand for yourself? Here's the real question. Do you stand for yourself? Come with me. Come with me. Listen to the question. If the question is, do you stand for your sisters like you stand for yourself? The first one is, do you stand for yourself? Do you hold space for your future tense life? Do you hold space for who you can be, not who you used to be? And it's a fair question. Some of us are so caught up in what we didn't do right before, there's no room to stand for the fulfillment of our destiny. You understand? We're still smarting over the stuff we didn't do right last week. So you can't really stand for somebody else being free, having their money right, being in love, having their life work, being healthy, if you can't stand for that for you. It cannot be done. You cannot energetically hold space for somebody else if you can't hold space for yourself. Now, you could argue the point with me, and I have had people do this. They'll say, I can hold space for my children. No, you can't, because if you have not, and this is where the business comes in, ladies, watch it, okay? I'm about to turn it. So if you think about it, I'm gonna go back to the parent metaphor. Oh, don't cry, it's okay. It's just real. The truth is insulting. The truth is inherently insulting, but I can't get you to 7 figures if you're not willing to tell the truth. I can't do nothing with it, okay? No, Dina, I'll get you, Dina. We're all learning this, okay? So here's the thing you have to think through. If you think about someone who's holding space for their child, and all of y'all have done it, whether it was a niece or a nephew, or even if it wasn't a birth child, it could have been somebody that you really, really, really love. You saw who they could be. Some of y'all do that in relationships. You're like, I could see you would be a good husband. I can see that. You have good husband potential in you. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's my husband. You're like, you already decided. Now, y'all ain't even start dating yet, but you have called that shot. You're like, you know what? That one right there, right? And and the thing is, you turn that into an obligation. You see, if you're holding space for somebody, okay, it feels good. That's the measure. If you're holding space for your child and you ever feel resentment, you're not holding space. You're now counting. You're counting beans, right? You're like, how can I say? It becomes like, look at all I've done for you, and you don't appreciate it. That's not holding space. That's not holding space. That's obligation. That's duty. And I think there's a place for that. All right. I think duty is important, but it's not the same as holding space. It's not standing for someone. When you're standing for someone, there's nothing but it's nothing but the pure potentiality of it. And if you say, now check this out, if you say you stand for someone, if you say you stand for your clients, if you say you stand for Black people doing great in business, if you say you stand for women or children or alcoholics or drug addicts or sex traffickers, I don't care. I want you to be clear. Say you stand for them, okay? But you don't stand for yourself. Your stand is hollow. You cannot give somebody something you haven't given yourself. One of the things that I love about Nana, love about her, and Nana at this point, Nana's like 73, and she's all of 73. She's a wonderful 73. She is free. When I get 73, I'm gonna say whatever I want, all right? She's a free person. She's a free woman, right? And the thing that Nana was able to do was she was able to hold space for who I could be until I could actually do it for myself with no attachment. I thought it was preach, God. I'm gonna drink some water. I'm waiting for that to land. It'll land. I have faith in them. Did y'all catch that? If you have an attachment, you're not holding space, you're not standing for somebody. You become very pushy. It's like when a movement becomes forceful. When Dr. King was standing for equality, it was rooted in possibility. It was rooted in a future tense reality. When Dr. King was dead, when he got dead, it stopped being a possibility and it became something else. For some people, it became a politic. For some other people, it became an obligation. For some other people, it became an opportunity. So and none of those are bad. I'm just saying you need to know, you need to clarify your terms so you know what you're talking about. So, no, I got you, G. It's all there. So when I say, do you stand for your sisters like you stand for yourself, you have to look at how you stand for yourself. Like one of the things that I've learned as a Black woman millionaire, all right, is you cannot become a millionaire alone. It's not going to happen. And yet I meet more Black women who are pissed off with other Black women or Black men or people or God or everybody. And they think that people can buy from them. It is amazing to me. It's like, hold on. Energetically, you don't like me. So how could I ever buy from you? And because if you can't stand for somebody, how can they ever invest? How can they trust you with their dreams? If they can't trust you with their feelings, you know, like how does that work? And what I've learned is the way you stand for yourself is the way you stand for other people. If your stand is wishy-washy with you, it's wishy-washy with other people. If your stand is I'm gonna do it my way, then you're gonna fight somebody who challenges you. You see what I'm saying? If you have to do it on your own terms, then hell, you done cut off majority of the human race. Because no one's gonna do it the way you do it. Nobody. Not one, all right? So what you have to start to look at is energetically, what kind of space are you holding? What kind of space are you bringing? Are you bringing the space of you owe me? You have to really look. Are you bringing the energetic of I should have by now? Are you bringing the energetic of I'm jealous? Who do you think you are? It's a big one. If you don't know that, then you're going to have to really deal with why your money's not moving, because how you stand for other people is how you stand for yourself. Rita says, we all tune in today because we have support for ourselves and we stand for someone else because we are here supporting each other. So how do we turn that self-support and love of others into generational wealth? Rita, that's the wrong question to ask. That's the wrong question. I wouldn't say everyone who's tuned in today is here because they're supporting themselves or supporting other people. I think that's assumptive. Some people actually, Rita, some people just tune in because they actually enjoy me cursing motherfuckers out. And I think that's fair, okay? I don't have a problem with that. I actually think that every now and then a good curse out is probably pretty healthy. But I will say this, I think what's more valuable, Rita, is to actually understand that money cannot be made. It can't be made. And unless you're trying to, Rita, you hear that? How do you turn that into, you can't turn it into anything, Rita. And it's a fair question. You can't turn anything I say into generational wealth. It's not designed for that. If you want to learn how to create generational wealth, you have to get trained to do that. The Facebook Lives are designed to feed you. If you want to get trained in how to become a millionaire, you need to get to one of the tour stops. You need to invest in yourself to actually learn how to be able to generate and create and manifest money so you have generational wealth. Okay, that's two different intentions. But I love you for speaking it, because it pulls up the curtain of, like, if you're trying to get some free shit on how to create generational wealth, I'm not your teacher. That's not why I do lives. That's not why I do Facebook Lives. The reason I do tours is to train people who want to learn how to do that. Okay, but that's, hey Jay, glad you're here, Mama. How that's not this. Okay, so Rita, I hope that communicates to you. Let me know. All right. So Melinda says, I get that wishy-washy down. I can see that. I love you too, Gardenia, and Keisha, you're doing great. So what I'm asking you to really look at is, how do you start to stand for yourself so you can stand for other people? How do you hold energetic space for yourself, for your future tense self, for your seven-figure self, with no attachment to how it looks? See, the biggest challenge is you want to guarantee. And nothing is guaranteed. The only thing that's guaranteed is your ability to create, because you were endowed with that. As a spiritual being having a human experience, you're endowed with the same creative power that God has. In the beginning was the Word. God said, then there was. I am that I am. That shit is real. So if I got you, Rita, thank you. So what I'm saying to you is this. You have to activate. You have to clear and activate your energetic self if you want to manifest, because you already have it. But if you're clogged up with all of this trying to get somewhere, you just want to work hard. Tell me. You're so silly, JB. Okay, hey, Franz, glad you're here. Please share this word. Oh, I can't wait to see, girl, Saturday's gonna be sick. I'm gonna give you some examples of what it looks like to support people, right? To stand. We're going to New Jersey, New York tour stop this week, right? Yeah, you have to clear and activate your creative self. You have to activate the God in you. That's what I'm saying, Robin. Thank you for that. Because it's there waiting to be activated. We're going to be in New Jersey, New York area in a few days, right? And there are some sisters, and this has been happening. It happened real deep in Chicago, who were sharing the tour. Like 5 people, 10 people, 12 people at a time. I'm like, what the hell? And there were some tour stops that didn't do that. And there's no judgment. This is an assessment, not a judgment. Okay. And what I became aware of, and this is something I'm really contending with, being your sister's keeper, like really taking on that I don't win if you don't win. And not only self-sacrificing. Okay. Case in point, I'm supporting, this is my new thing. I'm just picking motherfuckers at this point that I'm taking on, that I'm going to make sure they win. So one of those people that I took on, her name is Ivy Moore. She has a child who's autistic. All right. She's someone I love dearly. She's had my back for years. All right. And she's someone I love. She's my sister. She's my friend. She's my therapist. She's on our team. She was on our team before we could pay people. Right. And if you're on my team, I'm looking at how can I serve you? And again, I'm focusing on teaching you how to bring in money from what you know, not what you do. And so it turns out she has a child. 3 of her 4 kids have had health issues, right? I mean, like not a little bit, like hospital health. Like you need, like one of her babies, I think it was her second born, was on oxygen for the first year of her life. That kind of thing. She had to stop working to take care of the health of her kids, right? Serious about it, serious, right? I mean, no joke mother, right? That relentless love, right? And I've been watching her, listening to her for a minute, 4 years later, all right? I'm like, okay, I got an idea, let's push this out. And we got up under her and we pushed it out, all right? So she literally built a business in a week, all right? And my team, I thank God for my team for empowering my leadership. And I'm gonna tell you, team is everything. And we were able to launch her, right? And it's a worthy launch. I mean, she's my very first person who's doing like autism, and never had that. Never. I mean, I do money, but hell, there's money to be made in all kinds of ways, right? And so, but I'm gonna tell you, I want you to know, we donate money. Okay, hey Jerry, how do you activate? It's not. How do you activate that creativity? You pray, you heal. You connect deeply to God in a very real fucking way. That's how you activate the creative. It's not creativity like painting. It's creativity like giving your word power by having integrity and doing what you say when you say you're going to do it, and healing any kind of petty grievance you have with any human being on the planet, from your mama to your man. That's how you do it, Gerald. Okay? So what I realized about Ivy is that she is somebody who stands for other people. You see what I'm saying? And she has, one of the things that I'm standing for her is for her to stand for herself the way she stands for others. But that's because I know how to stand for myself. Do you see what I'm saying? So if I know how to stand for myself, I can teach you how to stand for yourself. Some of you, look to see, you're saying you want to stand for people being in relationships, but you're not in a relationship. You say you want to stand for people being free, but you're in bondage. You say you want to stand for people having self-esteem, but yours is in the fucking toilet. And you think they don't pick up on that? I mean, you wonder why your money's not moving, and that's not hyperbole. You know, tell the truth, shame the devil. I'm not saying anything negative. I'm saying truth. The truth is inherently insulting. Okay. Hey, Natalie, glad you're here. Melinda said, I need a wealth enema. I need a clearing out. Oh God, Melinda, ouch. That just did not sound good at all, but I get you. It's an energetic one. Wealth is not what y'all think. Y'all think wealth is money. It doesn't work like that. Oh, thank you, Jewel. Jewel says, please share this awesome content with your awesome followers. Sharing is caring. Thank you, Jewel. I love you for your support with that. Okay. So I'm going to stop talking because I want to hear what you're hearing. All right. So I'm going to check the comments to see what's landing, because what I want you to understand is you cannot give somebody something you have not given yourself. If you do try to, you're a false prophet, which means your words are hollow, which means your money will not move, because money, you cannot lie to God. Money is an energetic exchange. It is not the tender you touch. Okay. Tracy says, I hear that all the time. People tell me you're always supporting others. Who supports you? Isn't that a great question? Put yourself first and let it filter to others. You know, Tracy, I love that you said that. Let's talk it through a little bit. Okay. I would like for anybody who's a person who puts people before themselves, I'm going to say two things that are very provocative. So get ready for them. Okay. And stay with me. Do your best not to react. We'll see how it goes. Anybody who puts other people in front of them to the point they're self-sacrificing, okay? They're putting others in front of them. There are two things going on. They're controlling and they're selfish. And their selfishness won't look like selfishness because it looks like self-sacrifice, okay? But if you are always putting other people before you, that means no one can give to you, which means it's a one-sided relationship, which is very selfish. That means you can always hold it over their head. You can always be superior. You can always be well thought of. You can always be the good guy, okay? Because if you are giving and supporting people to the place where you're self-sacrificing, that is not giving. That's domination. You are dominating people with your over-giving. How do I say? How do you say it? How did Tracy say it? She said, if you're supporting people to the place where you're not supported, you can always be the victim. Look, I did all this for you. You do nothing for me. And you don't have to say it for people to feel it. Okay. So I would like for you to really contend with that. If you are supporting people to the detriment of yourself, your business, your well-being, your money, your self-image, that's nothing more than domination, boo. You're dominating people. And no one can hold you to it because you can always say, look what I did for you, even if you never said it. Okay. So Tracy said, controlling is what I'm at. Oh, well, good, Tracy. Then at least you're in the honest house. Okay. No, it takes something to hear the word, which is why we feed here. You see what I'm saying? Business training, meet me on tour. We got 3 more tour stops. We got the New York, New Jersey. We have the LA, and then we have the Austin. That is where I teach the business training. And I've already told you, you got to get in the room for me with that. All right. No, you're not late, Therese. You're right on time. So if you want to join me on tour, we're selling out tour stops all over the place. We just sold out New York, New Jersey. We had to add new seats. It's a great life. Go to theblackwomanmillionaire.com/tour, claim your seat so you don't miss out on the hottest thing out there for Black women in business. Okay. Keisha said, yes, guilty preach. And it's not even personal. I think every person has done it at some point in their life. But if you're committed to being a 7-figure sister, you have to be willing to tell the truth about how you dominate people, how you do your thing. Nothing wrong. I'm arrogant as fuck. I'm okay with that. You know how arrogant you would have to be to say, look, you should be a Black woman millionaire. because you should, and you can. So I don't hold it as a negative. The Rita said, supporting others before yourself means you're being manipulated. No, it's not. You can't be manipulated if you don't let yourself be manipulated, D. The Rita, if you are doing that, then you're putting yourself to be in a place to be manipulated. So y'all can't do this with me. Okay? You can't turn yourself into a victim in my space. If you're a victim, then you should leave. Because if you are being manipulated, you are participating. You're getting something out of it. If you're being manipulated, you're getting something out of it, T. The Rita Sanders, you're getting something out there. Okay, so y'all need to be honest. And if you can't be honest, then you're going, like I said, you're going to hate me. Well, you won't hate me. You just leave. Akawa. Oh, I hope I said it right. Akua. I'm so sorry I messed up your name. But if someone is watching this video, for example, and they share the video and they're doing the same business as yourself, is that self-sacrifice or is that sharing? Clarify. I don't think anybody can do the same business that you do, boo. I don't think that's true. Now they could be in the same industry as you, right? But if you really have your stuff built out in such a way that you cannot be duplicated, I can't be duplicated. Can't be done. Yeah, right? There are plenty of business coaches and what do you call those people? Mentors and guys, but there's nobody in the marketplace that is teaching Black women specifically, not exclusively, but specifically, how to heal their way to success. Not the way that I'm doing, not the historical component, not in terms of the healing component, the energetic, the spirituality, the phenomenology, the epistemology, just the philosophy of it. All right. So I don't know. I may try again. I want to understand. Okay. Charity says, I love you, woman. I love you too. She speak truth. Okay. Gina says, I had to learn the power of no. I think no protects your yes. Okay. Okay. Did it when I was in my 20s. I hear you. Okay, clear. No problem. Gerald says, I used to do that. Now I'm working on me. I think that's wise. I think money is an inside job. I think wealth is all internal growth. I don't think it has nothing to do with nobody else. Even when it feels like it, I feel like that's God saying, okay, it's time to heal that level. Okay. I had to learn that I was giving up my power. I'm a big girl now. I'm glad. Now I want you to be a big rich girl. How about that? Okay. So that's what I wanted to share with you. And I want to say two more things and I'm going to wrap it up. Okay. Is this, when I look at like we sold out over the weekend when I wasn't looking, we sold out New York and New Jersey, but it was because the women were being each other's sisters' keeper. They were standing for other Black women having the same access to what it takes to manifest their first million as themselves. This is the thing. If you can't stand for yourself, it won't even occur to you to share with somebody else. And I'm not just talking about this. I'm talking about like anything. It doesn't, and it's, how do I say this? God help me. I believe that God is smarter than us. I know it's obvious, but I believe that God is smarter than us. And I believe that if I look at God's handiwork, and this is really how I do it, y'all, when I think about the sun beam is an extension of the sun. And whether or not I'm a good person or a bad person, the sun still shines because that's the nature of the sun, all right? I'm very clear that as a creation of God, literally as the manifestation of God in human form, as God's hands and God's feet, there is no fear in me because I know who I am. I'm not my mistakes, and I make them every day. And I'm not my wounds, and I have them from decades and centuries past, right? And I'm not my money, I'm not my education, I'm none of that. I'm none of that. That's not who I am. I am. You know what I'm saying? I am the expression of I am. And as far as I'm concerned, me and God are one. I'm just an expression of a tree. You know what I'm saying? Every tree looks different, but they're still trees. So if I understand that, then there's nothing for me to protect. There's nothing for me to withhold. And when I can stand for that, when I can stand in that I am God wrapped in flesh, that I am the beginning and the end, the Alpha and the Omega, Why? Because my daddy is. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Why would I trip? You know what I mean? That's like, why would I even trip off that? I mean, the sun is still falling, it's still doing its thing, and the earth is still doing its thing. I'm good because I understand. And I don't mean it in any, I mean it in a very physical, active way, not in a symbolic way. I do believe that you and I are God's hands and God's feet. I think God is something you cannot touch, but God you can feel. And God is a conduit. And that conduit is your heart. You know, and if you're a faith-based person, this is all in the Bible. You know, life is death is in the tongue. I mean, you can go check up on it. You know what I'm saying? If you're spiritual, hell, it's all the same to me. All right. So I'm asking you to start standing for yourself through your actions. You have to stand for yourself through your actions. If you say that you're committed to being a Black woman millionaire, then you have to take the actions that are consistent, which is get trained. If you say you're standing for peace in America, then you have to get peaceful with your own life. You get peaceful on the inside, right? So that the people around you benefit. You can't give it to somebody if you can't give it to yourself. If you say you want to be wealthy, but you're being cheap, trying to get shit for free versus paying for a ticket like everybody else, then you're lying. That's a false prophet. So let me come back up here. Irena says, yes, I stood for many women, but they couldn't stand for me. Well, let's talk about that. You just added 5 more minutes. I was going to wrap up. Irena says, yes, I stood for many women, but they couldn't stand me or stand for me. So I decided to stand for women who was not intimidated by me. Girl, you don't even know. I may have to do a whole nother hour on this one. Y'all, we were about to wrap up. Irena just went there. I'm trying, maybe I should just wait on this one and bring this back next week. Irena, you said, yes, I stood for many women but they couldn't stand or didn't stand for me. Irena, I invite you to take the case that they were a reflection of the parts of you that you disavowed. That's the first piece. So I decided to stand for women who were not intimidated by me. So those are women who will have you grow because they won't challenge you, okay? Made more money than me and was willing to propel me into different heights. Okay, I'm gonna keep that. I realized women saw me as competition, and that was fine with me. If they're seeing you as competition, you may want to take the case you're seeing them as competition. Y'all don't get sick of me with this. I'm going to always reflect it back to you. I'm going to always have you look inward because I believe, honestly, and y'all going to get, love me or leave me, all right? Whatever is showing up in your life is a wound that you have not healed. When I had that same thing, Irving, I had that same shit happen to me, all right? Same thing. I was supporting a lot of Black women and no one would invite me to their stage. I was like, is it because I curse? And no, I'm a beast mode closer. So it's not like I don't know how to bring in cash, right? And I got my feelings hurt a bunch of times. And what I finally had to deal with, and a friend helped me I got to a spiritual chick who talked to me about it. And what I had to contend with is I had a wound around having friends. And when I was growing up, Mama said a lot of things, all right? And keep in mind, she was wounded, so don't forever forget that. But she would say bad things, and I just really wanted a friend. And so I would be inappropriate with associates and make them my friend and overgive to them and be mad when they didn't give back. I did that. I know I did that. And it caused havoc. What I'm saying is, anytime you have stuff like that happen, Irena, I'm going to encourage you, instead of leaving, look within to find out what you have to heal in yourself. Now, I'm not saying some people aren't petty. I'm not saying that. I'm not even tripping off that. But there was something in you that went to them in the first place. Otherwise, they wouldn't have got the shot. Y'all keep disappearing the fact that people have to get access to you to fuck over you. And then you can't have it both ways. You have to be willing to say, you know what? I opened the door for the wolf to let the wolf into the hen house. Okay? Let me see what she says. I never wanted to compete. Yes, you do, Arvina. That's a lie. It's okay. You don't know it's a lie, but it is. Everybody who's doing business is competing. That's not a negative. Okay. I just wanted to help my sister complete. Well, Arvina, if that's the case, then you're not doing business. Then maybe you're doing something else. Maybe you're doing spiritual work. But if you're doing business, everyone's looking at people's stuff. People sign onto my list to see what the hell I'm saying. There are people who follow me just so they can model my shit and do a watered down version of it. It's fine. It's okay. I'm not tripping. Okay. So I have to move on across from those types of sisters. Baby, that's human. Who was just tolerating me, but now I'm with sisters. I would love for you to take a moment to go and look at what you call tolerating and who they remind you of. Do they remind you of your sister, of your mother, Just look to see who they remind you of, because that wound is still there for you, Urbina. And as long as it's there, it's cutting off your money. It's cutting off your money. And I don't care how much money you're making. I'm saying there's more, because there's a wound that you could heal there. Okay. And I'm not saying you will, but I'm saying you could. All right. Okay. Let me see. Yeah. Let me see if there's anything else. No, everything is good. Okay. Healing from the inside, and then you can stand for others. Yep, that's what I'm saying, Anita. Healing from the inside will allow you to stand for others, but you have to take the actions consistent to healing. Healing doesn't mean burying it, y'all. It means confronting it, and being responsible for how it showed up in your life. I can tell you so many things that I've done so wrong. And then I pointed the finger at other people and said, you did me wrong. But I never noticed that I was the one who opened the door and said, come on in, walk all over me, treat me like shit. You see what I'm saying? And it takes something. You have to be emotionally mature to even be in that conversation. So you have my respect for being on this live. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not a simple one. Deanna says, oh my God, I support everyone they got on, and forgot not only me, but my nan. Well, you may want to look to see you're getting some payoff of it. Some of y'all support people so you don't have to deal with business. If you're supporting people, then you don't have to learn how to do sales and marketing. Okay, it's all smokescreen. Money is real easy, very, very easy. Okay, growth is painful for some, but it's well, yeah. I think growing expansion is uncomfortable as fuck. But I think that when you have a destiny, I think that's how God grows us up. I think that God knows what we need to grow through for our next level of interacting on the planet. And if you're out to be a Black woman millionaire the way that we do it, you're out to change the world. You're not just doing your own money for you. You're doing it so you can actually have the world work for everybody. So, that's kind of how we roll. It's like, we're not doing this for us. I promise you, this is not, like, I could be doing a movie right now. So I think it takes somebody. I think it takes a big person to be in this conversation. Right? And I think you're big people. I think that it takes someone who's more committed to the future than the past to be in a conversation about you being accountable for your power and not being a victim, because there's more victims on the planet who don't get access to this kind of conversation from anybody. So know that I love and respect you. I don't doubt you. And I love you enough to tell you the truth. Okay. So with that being said, I love you. Okay. And I want you with me on tour. So go to theblackwomanmillionaire.com/tour, grab your seat. And if you were fed by this word, this life-giving word, this life-affirming word, please pay it forward. You may have to put a little note saying, hey, she talks back, she has a potty mouth. Ignore the messenger, get the message. It'll be fine. And they'll live through it. They're grown people, all right? And some people you don't have to, just push it out there. But the thing that I want you to know is this: I love you. I don't have to know your story to know your spirit. You are a Black woman with a destiny. That's all I need, okay? And my job is to teach you to stand for yourself through your money, okay? And I say that you are the one the world has been waiting for. You are the way, the truth, and the light. You are the answer to millions of people's prayers. And we just have to do a little healing. You know what I'm saying? Get the healing on, but you're worth it. And you're ready. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. Okay, so know that you're loved, my sweet sisters in success and the brothers who love us. Post your biggest takeaways. I'm going to spend about 30 minutes going back through the comments, make sure I got it all covered. And I'm going to encourage you to stand for other people by the way you stand for yourself. And the way that I stand for other people is I look to see how can I be of service to them? Because when I'm of service to them, it lets me know that I have more to give. I stop being stingy. I stop being afraid. And I trust that God's got me. Okay? All right, beloved, know that you love beyond measure, my sweet sisters in success and the brothers who love us and our allies and our sisters from other misters, our brothers from other mothers. And know this: you're worth so much more than you have ever been taught to believe. And if you want to make your mark, make the difference you were uniquely crafted by life to make, and manifest millions on your own terms with ease, you have to heal your heart. You have to heal your heart. I'm Dr. Venus, your Black Women Millionaires Mentor. Goodbye for now. Grab your seat on the tour and please share this video. Bye-bye.